Have you ever sat alone and wondered if the problem is the age of the people you date or the type of connection you keep choosing? Maybe you've dated someone older and felt protected but overwhelmed. Maybe you've dated someone younger and felt alive but drained. Or maybe you've dated someone your age and still felt like you were speaking two different emotional languages. The truth is, love doesn't get easier with age. It gets clearer. And sometimes the biggest question isn't, who should I date? But who am I becoming in the process? Let's talk about dating within different age ranges. Dating your age. Dating someone older and dating someone younger, because each one comes with its own lessons, blessings, and headaches. And if we're being honest, half the time we think we know what we want, until life shows us a completely different side of love. Dating someone in your age range feels familiar. You're growing at the same pace, discovering life at similar stages, and learning things together. There's a natural sense of balance because neither of you is too far ahead or too far behind. You understand the same trends, the same culture, and sometimes the same struggles, but even this comes with challenges. Your maturity levels might still clash. You may be in similar seasons, but that doesn't mean you're aligned emotionally. One person might be ready for commitment while the other is still figuring themselves out. Someone might be working on healing while the other is stuck repeating patterns without even realizing it. It's relatable, it's real, and it's not always as easy as people make it sound. Dating older brings a different kind of energy. Older partners often know who they are, or at least they have a strong idea. They've experienced life, made mistakes, healed from heartbreak, or maybe they're still healing. But their perspective tends to be deeper. They teach you things about patience, communication, and emotional responsibility. They show you parts of yourself that you didn't know needed attention. They make you feel protected, seen, and guided. But it's not perfect. Sometimes they're too set in their ways. Sometimes they want things done a certain way because that's how they've always done it. And you might feel like you're the one adjusting more. You may also find that their past relationships or responsibilities show up in your connection. They might be more serious or less flexible. Their lifestyle can be more structured, while yours might still be evolving. But even with all that, dating older can bring a depth and stability that is hard to find anywhere else. Dating younger brings another dynamic. Younger partners often bring energy, freshness, and excitement. They're spontaneous, fun, and they remind you what it feels like to take risks and enjoy life without overthinking. They encourage you to be lighter, freer, and more present. They bring youthful confidence and a perspective that keeps you on your toes. But with that energy comes its own challenges. You might find yourself teaching more than receiving. You might be the stable one, the anchor, the emotional support, the one with the experience, and sometimes that can feel draining. Their priorities might be different. They may still be exploring life, unsure of their path, or not fully emotionally developed. And you might start to feel the gap when it comes to responsibility, communication, or long-term planning. That's why dating older, younger, or the same age, none of it is automatically better than the other. It depends on who the person is, what they believe, and how willing they are to grow with you. Age doesn't make someone mature. Experience does. Trauma does. Healing does. Life does. And some people go through more in 5 years than others do in 20. What truly matters is alignment, emotional alignment, mental alignment, the willingness to talk about hard things, the ability to apologize when necessary, the humility to learn each other even when you're different, the desire to grow together and not apart, the ability to stay even when things are uncomfortable as long as the foundation is healthy. We often ask, should I date older? Should I date younger? But the real question is, who brings out the best version of me? Who am I most aligned with mentally and emotionally? Who understands my heart without me having to beg for bare minimum? Because a younger person can love you deeply. An older person can hurt you terribly. Someone your age can waste your time. And all three can also be exactly what you need if they come with genuine intentions. What matters is the connection, the respect, the vision, and the emotional safety that you both bring in to the relationship. At the end of the day, age is just one factor, not the foundation. The foundation is how you treat each other, how you communicate, how you handle conflict, how you both show up consistently, and how you grow over time. That's what keeps a relationship healthy, meaningful, and long-lasting. So whether they're older, younger, or your age, the goal is simple. Choose someone whose soul aligns with yours, whose intentions match your efforts, and whose presence gives you peace rather than confusion. Because love itself is ageless, but the right partnership is intentional.